Welcome back to the channel, guys. I appreciate y'all stopping through, man. Today we have dropped another free track. Now this track would not have ever happened if it wasn't for my man Up Too Late. So he played a lot of sim racing and he's been playing Ride 5 a lot recently, and because of that he had a track that he really wanted to replicate, but he wanted it to where it was like dirt on top of the track and a motocross track. So the track in which he was talking about was Tsukuba, which if you look at the map for the track, you could probably tell because it has the exact same layout. Now, this track is very fun, but it is also very easy, because that is one of the things that Up Too Late said that he wanted when making the track, is he wanted it just to be straightforward and very easy. He didn't want it to be challenging or anything like that. So we took the layout for Tsukuba and then built a dirt bike track on top of it, and then around the track kind of made it similar to the IRL, like what it would be. So you have the rumble strips across the corners, you know, you have billboards where there were billboards, you have the metal fence, the green fence, we got some boxes in places where they are in real life and stuff like that, and the light posts. Now it's not made to look exactly like it, but the layout is the exact layout. So now ironically he said he wanted the track to be easy, and then he wanted the corner in this corner under the tire to be like it is now. So the hardest part of the track is actually the idea that Up Too Late came up with, even though he wanted it to be an easy track. But I'm happy with the way it turned out, man, and I'm excited that I could build something for one of my friends who's been there for me through, you know, since the beginning. Up Too Late has been around since I had like 140 subscribers or something. So he has been there supporting me. He's been a member for over a year now, I want to say. And just all around, I'm glad that I could do something, you know, to kind of return the favor for him. So he said he really enjoyed the track. I really enjoy the track, and I think a lot of people in the community will enjoy this track. I did drop it this morning on MXB Mods before I even made a video or anything. We just dropped it. That way you guys can go get it and play it. And if you're a beginner, if you're new to the game, this is going to be a very easy, straightforward track for you to hop on, ride, have fun. And if you play sim racing or any of the games, you know, that have the street version of this, you'll definitely be able to get that like nostalgia and or feel, you know, of the track itself. Now that berm we just went by, I would suggest not crashing and letting your bike go over it, because I did not put invisible walls on here around the edge. So I'll probably drop an update in the next couple of days if it becomes a problem, and just put some invisible walls around the track. That way your bike can't go off the map. But overall, man, I really just am very happy with the way that this track turned out. And it was actually one of the first times where I'm building a track and I didn't have to try to make it hard, and I kept having to stop myself from going back and being like, oh, that part needs to be a little harder, it's too easy, you know. We just went in with the mindset to make it an easy track that flows very well. Now the coolest part is this big Dunlop tire. So that is a motocross Dunlop tire, and if you look at the IRL track of Tsukuba, it is actually a streetcar Dunlop tire. So it's like a little, you know, paying homage to it, and in a different way, like having a dirt bike tire on a dirt bike track instead of the car tire is, I just think it's cool as heck. So but shout out to Red Rider for that asset and the bleachers. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to have that tire. So now the hardest part for me was this metal fencing around the track, man. So I was able to find a low poly fence to put in the metal like guardrail. Turns out it has 3 bolts on each, or like on the small piece, and those had more faces just on the bolts than it did on the rest of the guardrail. So I had to go through and unsubdivide it so that if you zoom in close, you'll see the bolts are like diamond shape now instead of circular, but that was the only way I could get it to render properly inside of the FBX to EDF and Resolute Kraken. Because if I hadn't figured that out, I don't know what I was gonna do. And then also shout out to T-Bell, because T-Bell sent me the rumble strips. I did not know, but T-Bell used to tinker around with making tracks in Assetto Corsa. I don't think he ever released one, he said, but he had some rumble strips laying around, and man, that was one of the things. Like, Up Too Late just wanted a couple things on there, man. He wanted the metal guardrails, the green fencing, and then he wanted the rumble strips on the track. Now, this last corner is completely flat all the way around, just to kind of pay homage to the real life track. And then I think my second favorite feature of the whole track is the starting gate. So the starting gate, you line up just like you do IRL in the circuits. So there's not a separate start straight. You just kind of line up on the track itself, and then under that white, I don't know what you call it, the white archway in the middle of the start straight, that is the finish line. So everybody lines up, and it's just, you take off. I think I got the gates to where you're side by side. There's 5 gates and then 8 rows of 5 gates, or something like that. It's something like that. It might be 6 with 7 rows to equal 42, because it does have 42 starting gates. So you can get all your friends, put it up in the server, and have a blast. Now, I am aware this track is not going to be for everybody, because there are a lot of people that like more difficult tracks. But I just, I really like it, and I'm glad that I was able to, help one of my friends bring something into the game that he wanted in the game. I think that's awesome. There would have been no point in me learning everything I've learned if I can't help people out. So I'm happy with the way it turned out. Up Too Late's happy with the way it turned out. So do me a favor and let me know down below what you guys think. Do you think it's dumb, or do you like it? I don't know. It don't matter to me either way, but yeah. Make sure you go down below, hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have a TikTok, go over to TikTok and make sure you follow me on there, man. We're almost at 6,000 followers on there. So, but other than that, that's going to do it for us today, man. I hope you guys enjoy the track. This is like the second free track I've dropped in 10 days, I want to say. So hopefully you guys like it. But other than that, y'all have a blessed day. Stay up. Peace.